I don't know what all the hoopla is about Vladimir countering Cassio, but we'll see. I'm gonna record this and see if it goes well or not. If it goes well, then I'm gonna go ahead and record it. If it goes well and we lose, I'm still gonna record it. Like, people are telling me, I've been asked, like, does Cassio get countered by Vlad? And my answer is no. And I say no because from experience. I played a bunch of Vladimirs as Cassio and I've won every time. Like, I found that even if Vladimir can pull the Cassio ulti, she can still outburst him because of his cooldowns. They're too long early in mid game. He'd have to rush CDR, you know what I mean? Alright, so for Cassio, I take E level 1. The reason I do that, it puts your passive behind, because if you read your passive, Cassio gains a stack of aspects every 6 seconds for each second that she has poisoned an enemy champion. Caps at 500 stacks. Okay. Which means every 6 seconds I get 1 stack, and whenever a minion is poisoned, minion, creep, anything, it stacks again. Now your E does not poison, so you put your stacking behind a little bit if you were to start a Q. You know what I mean? So yeah. But I feel that, oh, excuse me. What's your opinion? Should you trust this site? I used to use Champ Select a lot, like a lot for everything. But then it's just, sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't. I think it's all mental. If you go online and say, does this champion counter this champion? And you say like, oh, I counter him, it kind of boosts your confidence a little bit. But if it boosts it too much, it kind of hurts you. You know what I mean? It's different for everybody. You know, like Renekton versus Garen. Computer says that Garen counters Renekton. I say he doesn't. And I haven't lost to a Garen in a long time with Renekton. What else? Gnar counters Renekton. Not to me. You know what I mean? Oh man, you want to bring out Alice Cooper? I'm down. But I'm recording this and I'm going to try and put it on YouTube. That's fine. Alright, so we started Boots. Smart for him. He can counter my mobility. You shouldn't take any level 1 harass from Vladimir. At all. Like, you shouldn't take any damage from him. Stay zoned out if you have to, just get back. Because he'll outtrade you level 1. He will. He'll kill you, you'll eat him, and then that's really it, you know? Yeah, I don't think counters mean anything. It's different for everybody. It's all about who you feel comfortable using. Fun. There you go, rip. Like I said, I don't understand the hoopla about, oh, Vlad counters Cassio. No, he doesn't. Like, you outburst him so hard early game. And there was a clear example of it. Yeah, I had Ignite, but why wouldn't you take Ignite? You know? So it's really simple. He took pull level 2, which actually hurts him more than you think. I'm gonna recall. I think you would have to rush Abyssal Scepter, and when I say rush Abyssal Scepter, I mean like Negatron Cloak first buy. You know what I mean? But he didn't, so yeah. I finally learned the Ignite kill potential. Yeah. I have a knack for igniting people and then they live with like 10 health or something, so. But it's kind of easy for Vladimir. I wanted to catch him, come back, and he got first blood. I get that a lot. You know, people are like, oh, I went to go take a shit. Oh, I went to go get a drink, and you come back and you're 3-0, 1-0. Yeah, it's how it goes most of the time. I'm a pretty good top laner. But yeah, once you land a Q on Vladamir, you just go dumb aggressive. And he simply doesn't have enough burst to keep up with you. Worst case scenario, you run out of mana, but you just rinse and repeat. Alright, this dude's probably gonna be here. I'm cool with that. Get one off. Got two off. Thank you. Rek'Sai, please. Okay, he doesn't want to fight it. Even once he gets Will of the Ancients, I don't think he's that strong. Against Cassio, I can just increase my bursts as I go throughout the game. Like I said, I just have to worry about the Rek'Sai gank. If Rek'Sai was smart, because Vlad saw me ward, he would go through the Baron pit, and then he would gank me through river, but luckily for me, he's not that smart. You can go Revolver in this matchup, but I'm pretty confident. I don't think I'll need it. Nice, I made him pull. Him pulling deals quite a bit of damage too. Like when he uses sinking pull, it takes 20% of his health, which is a lot. No matter what, 20% of his health is better than no health. So you outburst Vlad early, like easy. Like there's no chance. Okay. The trick was to kite. Okay. As soon as I landed the Q on him, I started kiting and orb walking correctly. I made it a ton easier. If that makes any sense. I don't know like the absolute correct term for it, but yeah. I could try and burst him down here, maybe.
An enemy has been slain.
Wait for him to get closer. Hello, here I am. Wow, he didn't blasting wand. I'm pretty low mana, so I'm gonna play it a little safe and last hit with my E. When you last hit with your E, it refunds the full cost of E and restores 4% of your max mana, which is quite a bit. Alright, I'm at 100 stacks, which means my E officially heals. So I basically do what Vlad does. Please? No? Nice. I need mana though. This wave's getting pretty heavy. Nice. I don't know where Rek'Sai is, but I don't really want to overextend too far. Do you use Feast and Butcher? Yes, I do. Works really well with her. Nice. That actually did a lot more damage than I did. Like his E dealt more damage to himself than my QE. I need to get over there quick. Oh, down? Maybe. Just maybe. No. Your W grants vision, by the way, so you don't have to settle with base checking any bushes. That was my fault. I didn't rotate quick enough. Did Vlad get the kill? No, he didn't. Excellent.
Keep your enemies close.
He recalled, so he has teleport advantage over me. I have to make sure that when he recalls, I do the same. What does he have? Okay, yeah, he's going Abyssal, so that's smart on his part. Which means I'm gonna go for the early penetration. See what I did there? Penetration station. And I'll get the boots.
An enemy has been slain.
If you don't control, you are one.
Yeah, like he was... Hey, Courtney. Yeah, he wasn't even gonna bother trying to take her ass from me. He just flat out pulled out. Doing a video on Cassio. I feel like y'all are bored of my Cassio because I've been playing it a lot. It's like when I did Renekton Mastery. I played Renekton straight for like 15-20 games. Alright, so I'm gonna see what my damage is. He doesn't have his ultimate. $73 farm to his 66. He's doing well in keeping up with me. Not bad for being behind. I was gonna flash ulti there, but he went to go ward, I guess, or something. Alright, his Singin pull is about a 21-second cooldown. So, yeah. Nice to know. Well played. For some reason, when you turn your back, people think you're walking away, so they feel like need to turn and like face you. They're like, "Oh, he's walking away. I get to get the creeps." But Cassio can take full advantage of that. I'm gonna proxy another wave because they're at dragon. Oops. Gaming and anime. I don't know who that is, but I know he makes like amazing donations to everybody. Like crazy donations. Gaming and anime, yeah. I feel like if he would come to the stream and feel like donating, he would donate like $5 and be like, "That is a lot of money to you," and I would be like, "Yes, yes, it is. Thank you, sir. Thank you."
Shut down.
Okay, he's got his Abyssal. So it is a power spike for him, and I think he will be able to out-trade me if he plays it correctly. Plays it correctly is a very loose term I use, or outplays me entirely, which I don't think he can do, based off of what I've seen in lane. Alright, so his Abyssal helps him out with the lane phase, but it doesn't give him the health he needs. So I'm still pretty strong. He's gonna need a gank to come back here. That's pretty dumb. Oh, whatever. Tank the tower so he knows that I'm not scared to dive him. All right, always get into the bush. I think I'm dead here, so I'm gonna twin fang this to gain some health. Nice, excellent. Whew. All right, so as soon as you get ganked, immediately run to the bush. Okay, they won't have vision of it. Nothing. Like in that case, I was able to get my ulti off to the face. He got the ignite off, so like as soon as I saw he had the ignite, I was like, I gotta eat something. All right, I gotta get health some way somehow. So you gotta remember your twin fangs gives you health. Your twin fangs gives you 22 health back. All right, if you add the passive from feast, I think you get 3 health from that. So you get 25 health for E if you kill a unit. You know what I mean? All right, I gotta commend this Vladamir because he's keeping up in farm really well. So I mean, he's eventually gonna start doing some good damage. Barriered. I'm on my way, my friend. I'm going back to lane. 25 is a lot. It'll make the difference if you're getting ignite tick. Definitely will make the difference. Okay, they're 5 many mid. All they have to do is survive, and I'm just gonna be getting my free farm going. Okay, they're coming up for me, so I am gone. Excuse me. I don't know what this Thresh is doing. Oh. Is that per hit or per unit killed? Per unit killed. Okay, her E passive is per unit or per hit. The feast is if you kill a unit. No, but like I said, her passive is just eating something. You get your health back. Oh, that's a good Bard ulti. Twin Fangs is per hit. What do you call it? Is per Beast is if you kill a unit. Okay. We need to get this. I'm not gonna waste a lot of my mana though, because Cassio. We secured the dragon, that's all I care about. If he hooks, then we can get this. Yeah. Cassio would be OP with Will of the Ancients, I agree. Nah, I wouldn't say OP. She'll have some great sustain, but I don't think that it's... You don't need it, you know? You shouldn't be taking that much damage to the point where you would use it. Wow, this dude is tanky. Nice. Come on, let me get over there. Corki can clean up, like, that's so worth. Ooh, that's stand up. I'm looking to flash ulti. You started in late season 2? I started right after season 2, right before season 3. If that makes any sense. Like, season 2 is already over. No ulti on Vlad. He has blue buff and I want blue buff. I don't want to use flash for this though. Fine. Well, I mean, I think you're right with the tankiness, which is why I have Rylai's. Plus, if you play Cassio correctly, you can kite them the entire time that you're in a fight. Unless they have some insane gap closer. You know what I mean? Like Cassidon, obviously you can kite eventually, like passively. Alright. What do you call it? You could, kite, I think you can kite Cassidon, because he's a melee. Remember that. Alright, Cassidon has, he's a melee. And his ultimate early comes up every, what, 6 seconds? So he's easily kiteable. I think the, Rylai's into the Leandrews is pretty tanky also. And then you add the Archangels. I mean, it's tanky. You know what I mean? Alright. Went against a Vladamir. And I've been told multiple times, Vladamir hard counters Cass. And I disagree. I don't think so. I think his cooldowns are way too long early. And even when he does get Will of the Ancients, Cassio has sustain of her own with her passive. So she doesn't have to waste AP trying to get sustained. Because if you look at Will of the Ancients, it gives you 80 AP. Sure, it gives you CDR and it gives you the spell vamp. But if you ask me, I'd rather go Haunted Guys Rylai's before I go Boots Will of the Ancients. You know what I mean? I just don't like it. With Cassio, you don't really need the CDR because if you land your Q, your E is spammable. And I don't know, it's just like she outburst him. You know what I mean? Like he had Will of the Ancients Abyssal Scepter, and all I needed was Rylai's and Haunted Guys, and he was running away from me. You know what I mean? So for the grade, I got an A. I mean, I didn't expect anything big because Corki is over here with 10 kills, Shaco had 8. But let's go over the game real quick. Win against Vlad. Oh wow, they're winning for a while. Oh no, that's us. Well, they were winning for a while. Oh yeah, Casson got a triple. Anyways, first blood was at 3 minutes. And let's look at the build. Start the build, I went Doran's Ring 2 pots. I took Ignite because I was against Vladamir. I would also take Ignite against Swain and Wallabear. Okay, if you don't want to go Ignite and you want to go Telly, Ghost, or Cleanse or something, then by all means you can get the early spell vamp, but stop at the Hextech Revolver and then continue your build. So you would go tier into Hextech, into Haunted Guys or Rylai's. You know what I mean? But I done that once and it was still really strong, but I felt it was a lot easier to burst them down with Ignite. Any of those three, it'd be a lot easier to burst with Ignite. So immediately your first item should be tier after your Doran's Ring. So after I got first blood, recalled, got the tier. I don't get boots this early, but he had his boots. He bought his boots to start level 1. So I needed to get the early boots, and I saw that he was going Abyssal Scepter, so I was going to need the extra penetration. Okay, so I went ahead and rushed the Haunted guys after the tier, and then went for my boots next. I got the Ruby Crystal because the Ruby Crystal is pretty neutral, and it does give you much needed health. Alright, the other option was to go Amp Tomb, but I needed some health to get a little tankier against Vlad. I mean, 150 health isn't that much, but you know it's something against his Abyssal Scepter. And then I finished the boots, because he already had his resistance. Really easy to upgrade into the giant spell, just 600 gold, and then from there I went into Ryla's, where I wasn't even able to use it because of forfeits. So I explained this earlier, but I'm going to explain it again. I take E level 1 because it's really easy to last hit with, so you shouldn't miss any CS level 1. Right? You also shouldn't take any harass level 1, especially against Vladamir. Right? If he walks up to Q you, just walk back, get into a bush. Okay? You can take a Q if it means you getting a farm. Okay? Yeah, you can do that. If you know you're gonna get harassed by Q, just take the farm or walk away. Alright? If you feel that you don't want to put your passive behind that much, take Q level 1 and just poison minions and get the stacks up. But like I said, I take E because it costs no mana and easy to last hit. You know? If you're against someone who has a pretty good gap closer and movement speed, by all means, max take an extra point in your W, because your W slow increases as you because it the slow increases as you level it up. Alright, so for my runes, I went AP Quints, Magic Pen Red, Scaling Health Yellows, Scaling AP Blues. That makes Cassio extremely weak and squishy early. Okay? When you use Cassio, you should always be at a range, and you shouldn't take any sort of melee harass from your opponent, ever. Okay? Especially in the lane. Because you have your Q, which gives you movement speed, your W, which has a slow. If you don't feel comfortable, you can go ahead and take movement speed Quints, and I'm not saying that's bad at all. I would suggest it against Garen, Shyvana, Renekton, Riven, and Jax. I would definitely go movement speed Quints. Unless I'm feeling confident, then I'll go ahead and just take my AP. You can also go Hybrid Pen Reds if you don't feel comfortable with last hitting, but that's why I just use my E the last hit. Again, notice that with my build, I never go Seeker's Arm Guard, and I don't go Abyssal. I'll do some science later and try it out, but as for now, it's pretty much the exact same standard build over and over again. I mean, it's proving useful. I mean, it's proving correct. You know what I mean? So for the runes and masteries, I go 2109. What I'm thinking about doing is giving up a point in sorcery and adding it to expose weakness, because Cassio's teamfight is already really strong. Expose weakness just increases that presence. But yeah, I use the right side offensive full all the way down, except for 1 point in Archmage. Oh wow, and 1 in Devastating Strikes. I'm actually gonna give up I'm gonna give up 2 points in CDR and sorcery to add to the Archmage and Devastating Strike. I don't know why I put 4 in sorcery. I'm actually gonna do that right now. Do this? Yes, I can. Alright, these are the masters you're going to use. Right here. Alright. And, I mean, that's pretty much it. Really easy matchup if you land the Q early. If you land the Q early, you have to just go crazy aggressive onto him, okay? Now, that's not to be mistaken for going crazy aggressive early. Like, just walk up and just go head face and face first into the enemy. Okay, farm with your E or your auto attacks. Just farm. If you see that he's stepping out of position, throw your Q out. If you hit him with it, then you go aggressive. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. All right, It's coordinated. It involves precision. Alright? You have to know the difference between should I farm or should I engage. Okay? If you have the level advantage, engage. Okay? If you have the bigger wave, engage. Things like that. Alright? Anyways, this was my Cassio versus Vladamir. I hope it helps. I really do. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comment section. I'll guarantee you I'm going to answer them. Okay? I enjoy doing this. I enjoy helping people. You know, it's who I am. So, by all means, ask. Even if it doesn't have to do with this matchup, go ahead and ask and I'll see what I have to do. Alright? By the way, if you enjoyed what you saw, go ahead and give a like, subscribe to the channel, or you can go to my Twitch, which is twitch.tv//flexpointlol. Anyways, thank you and good luck.